Hello everyone, I am Komal Mehta, teaching as an assistant professor in Computer Science Department at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today in the series of HTML course, we will cover about the how we create a tabular format in an HTML web page, and what do you mean by a web and a graphics, and how that will also insert in our web page. So let's start with the HTML tables. Tables are basically an arrangement of a data in rows and columns, or possible in more complex structure. As we all know, tabular format completely means the grid format. So that grid is created with the help of rows and columns, and that rows column combination is called as a table. So we can say tabular format are widely used in research, communication, etc. There are so many fields in which we have to create our record with the help of tables. So we must know about how can we create table in our web page. There are some basic uses of the table, such as presenting tasks, text format, information, and numerical data in the table is done easily. Next is to compare two or more items in a tabular format is also done in an easiest format, because we can easily compare their values when they are in front of each other. We also use table to create a database, and that database describing the complete description of a table, of a record with the help of table, we can say. So to create a table, we have to use tag that is called table itself within angular brackets. Now tr tag is also used in a table to creating the rows. So whenever we have to create a row, we have to use tr tag. And in tr tag, or we can say in a table, there must be some header. Header means the main part that identifying the actual fields or values, we can say. So that header is defined with the help of th tag. Th defining the table header tag. By default, table heading are bold and centered. If we want to modify it, then we have to put the tag with the particular value we want. So next is a td tag that defining the table data. That means to define the header tag values, we have to use table data, and that table data is done in a td tag. So there is one example in which everything is mentioned, how table tag is used, how tr tag is used, how th and td will be used. So firstly, we have to mention the table tag, and table tag containing a style format. That style format must contain some property with their particular value that we want to insert. So the property here is a width. That means the table is of 100% width, and in table we have to create row. So to creating a row, we have to insert a tag that is called tr. Once the tr tag is mentioned, in tr tag, first row must contain the header file, because in table, whenever you see the first column or first field, always identify what you actually want to insert corresponding to that column. So firstly, the header is named as first name, and next the header is of last name. So these are the values or headers, we can say, in a table in the first column or first field. So not a column, sorry, my mistake, it's row, because in first row it will contain the header that is first name as well as last name. Once the content is mentioned, we also have to close the closing tag here. The th tag is closed over here. Next th tag is started to insert another value or another header, we can say. So once that will be done, again th tag will be closed over here. So once the first row is completed, it means we have to insert a single row with the two columns, right? That is first name and the last name. Once the first row is completed, tr tag is closed over here. In second row, to insert again second row, we have to insert tr tag. That helps in creating a second row. And now second row containing the corresponding values of the first name and the last name. So here the first name containing some value, that means defining the data term. So to defining the data in a table, td tag is used, right? So now first name is name as a rn, and the last name is name as a sharma. So first name containing Aryan, once that will be done, tag is closed over here. Again, TD tag is open to inserting the last name of that particular first name. Then TD tag is closed with the uh, after putting the content over here. Next, once the second row is completed, we also have to closing or ending the TR tag, and in similar manner you want to insert as much number of rows as you can, and after the complete insertion of a table will be done, we have to close the table tag also. So this is the basic concept of a table. How can we insert any table in our web page? That will be done with the help of table tag, and table tag containing tr, td and th tag for defining row, header or definition, we can say. So next is a web page. What do you mean by a web and the graphics, we can say, right? So that will be done with the help of, wait a sec. I hope this is visible to you right now. So let's start with the web. Web means basically about more than text or a information, because it's a medium for expressing the creativity, data visualization, and optimization of the presentation of information for different audience with different needs and expectations. Because there is no one who can understand only text, so we have to add on more and more information or visualization patterns so that we can optimize our presentation, so that we can show the creativity, expressing the creativity for the different type of a persons, as their expectations are varying according to their taste. So the use of basic graphics on a website enhancing the experience for the user, and that is more beneficial for user as well as client, right? So we have to insert web graphics definitely in our web page to make it more impressive or expressive. Now, the web graphics are visual representation used on a website to enhance or enable the representation of idea or feelings in order to reach the website user, so that we can reach our website clients. We will use the graphics, and that graphics help in entertaining point of view, emotionally, and the most crucial, it is the basic part of strength, or we can say branding part. Because as much as the website is expressive, as much as branding is easier, and the part of strength of a branding will be more easier, because that is the most crucial part of any website. And it also explain the clarity of the illustration, because we can visualize with the help of diagrams. So clients have to understand with the help of diagrams. He need not to read out all the text or all the theories. So that we have to insert definitely some graphics, and that will be including the any photographs, any patterns, any trees, hierarchy, any maps, any of the graphical format will be done with the help of this format. So we can say it is used for everything, for enhancing the appearance of the web page to serving as a presentation and user interaction layer for full-fledged web application, right? Because this is the most and the most important part over presentation point of view, over interaction point of view, over expression point of view. So we have to add on the graphics. With the help of that, the all pros will be exploring more and more. So what do you mean by PNG here? PNG is the static file format for lossless, portable, well compressed storage and exchange of a raster images. That is called the bitmaps. It is rich in color. It is the basic extension of an image, and that was used in a static file format. So it is a basic rich color control with index color and gray scaling as well. The true color support and alpha channel transparency will be done with the help of this. So these are the some basic features in the PNG format. There are some different formats we can use. So first one is the PNG, and the basic feature about this is indexing color, grayscaling color, true color support, and alpha channel transparency as well. It is also designed with the help of web. So this will be done. Next is a SVG. Now, scalable vector graphics is like HTML for a graphics because it is a markup language for describing all the aspects of an image or a web application, we can say, with the help of sorry, geometry of the shapes, or we can say by styling of text and the shapes. So this will be done to increase the multimedia presentation that also includes audio as well as video. So to add on the any image, we can use SVG as well as PNG. To add graphics in our web page, one of the best way to create an impact with our web page is to add some graphics, and that will be adding some color, some sparkling, some depth to the web page, and can serve to the catch of eyes and retain viewers interest, because the graphics is the more expressive format in comparison of the normal text, as I already said. So from these reasons, web page headings are often rendered as graphics like book covers. These are the first thing a potential viewer sees when surfing the internet, right? Because, for example, I am looking for any novel. Then once I am attracted towards one novel, this will only done with the help of first impression of the novel. The front page is that much expressive, so that will be catching our eye, and then we put that particular novel and read out a little bit that is it more interesting or not. If it is interesting, then they will buy, right? So first thing that will attract is the graphics on the front page, so that must be most important part of the any feature. Next is graphics are placed on a web page using the img element. Here img element is an empty element because it only requires the starting, and empty element means does not require any ending tag. So IMG is the image tag containing an attribute that is called SRC containing the source file extension, that is here example is filename.xxx. So this is the source that containing the IMG tag. So that source defining the graphics file. Like a hyperlink, we can use relative addressing and absolute addressing. I already discussed about the relative and the absolute addressing. Relative basically means requiring the graphic file's name as well as value for the source attribute, providing the graphics in the same directory. So we need not to mention the complete URL. That means we need not to mention where it is actually placed over here. We just have to mention the folder. We need not to mention the original file, then folder, then the process in a same part. So that will not necessary in the relative addressing. But in absolute addressing, we have to mention the full URL because that is not placed in same directory. That is placed in some another directory. So we have to mention from where the actually we have to fetch the data. So this is the URL of a website. In this, the example over here is http dot colon, this is a protocol colon backslash, and now this is the path of a file where the pics folder is here, and in pic folder another file is placed, that is file name. So we have to mention the whole URL in absolute scenario, but in relative one we have need not to mention this one. We will write out this like image src is equal to file name dot xxx, as I mentioned earlier. See this one. So in the relative one, we have to mention this one. In absolute one, we have to mention this format. So the file format basically means the format we want to use. This can be served as a GIF or as well as JPEG, because in GIF we will use the graphics interchange format. In that it support 256 colors, hence the best suited for simpler illustration which does not require fine gradation of a colors, because if you want fine one, then we have to choose another one. GIF containing the file extension of .gif, and JPEG containing .jpeg as well as .jpg extension. In GIF, two further advantages like it is animated and it has a background color that that rendering the transparent, such as color of our web page will showing throughout the web page. But in JPEG basically means joint photographic expert group. This is the best way we will use in a graphics. So it supports 16 million colors. In GIF, you can see 256 colors will be supported, but in JPEG, 16 million colors will be supported by this. And the much better suited for photography point of view, for complex graphics, and because it has a wide range of colors as well as gradation. So JPEG use mostly known as a lossy compression, because that reducing the quality of our image after compressing, depending on how much we will compress, because there are some time where we can't manage, or we can't forward the original file, then we have to compress that file. So whenever we compress that file, we have some lossy compression, because something must be loss over here. When saving or converting our image to JPEG, most graphic editors will offer range of compression percentage you choose from. So on the basis of you choosing, that will be compressed. We can use the Google Page Speed online tool to see how fast any web page will be loaded, and get a speed score. If we really want to optimize how the browser displaying our web page, we should also take particularly alt, width, height, because that will containing the alternative information, width information, and the height information. There are sometimes when image is not loaded properly in our web page, then the alternative text is mentioned over the image tag on that particular position. So that must be most impressive or most optimizing one, we can say. And for assigning the width and height, that make it more easiest to showing the actual width and the height of an image. So one thing that we have to know about that is, GIF and JPG is the large file size, and increasing the time it takes to load our web page. So we have to load our web page according to the requirement, and that will be checked with the help of Google Page Speed Online tag. Next is aligning some graphics. Whenever we have to align graphics, we have to mention something like that. Here is the basic format of this image src. It containing some tag that has a URL, and again after that alignment, that is position, h space horizontal space, v space vertical space. The pixel format we will mentioning, that how much pixel we want to assign or a space giving to them. So the basic source code of this one is, here the p tag is started. After that, image tag containing source, and that source containing some URL. After that, alignment will be there. Here the left alignment is given, so the image definitely sorry reflected to the left alignment. So you can see over here in the result that the image is reflected in the left part, and the text is containing from the right of the end of that particular image. So this image align attribute is set to the left, the image plot to the left as text wrapped around the right of the image. So this will be done with the help of alignment tag. It is also done continue to do so as long as block element which contain both image and not terminated by the ending tag. So this will be done by default whenever we will done it with the help of the source tag that is called left. And whenever we will assigning the right, here you can see alignment is equal to right, so the image is reflecting to the right part of the text space. So the image align attribute is set to the right, the image float to the right as text flow wraps around to the left of the image, because this will be done vice versa. Whenever image is at left, text is at right side. Whenever the image is at right, then text is at left side. Line break can be created using with the help of br tag, so that gap is done with the help of br tag also. So using the h space and v space, we can control the actual how much blank space or white space to display around the image, because horizontal spacing required with the image and text, and the vertical spacing required within text, that will be mentioning with the help of h space and the v space. So now the example of h space v space is here. You can see, look, image tag containing source attribute containing some URL, alignment is left. So image is definitely at left, but the horizontal space is 20 and the vertical space is 30. So vertical space is this one and horizontal space is this one. So that will be done with the help of H space and the V space. Now the image has align attribute that's set to the left, which float the image to the left and cause the text wrap around to the right. And that will be done with the help of alignment tag also. So H space attribute defining how much white space to allot on the either side of image, while the V space attribute defining how much white space at the top and at the bottom. So that will be done with the help of H space, this space and this space, right? So and that will be done, top and the bottom will be done with the help of V space. So V space is equal to 30. That's why the spacing between this one and this one is 30, and the spacing between this one and this one is 20. So this will be done with the help of H space and the V space. So these are the some basic key points about the web render graphics. We can do it with the help of some key tags, and how can we do or inserting the table format. So this is all about tables, HTML tables, or we can say web pages and the graphics. I hope this is clear to all of you. Thank you.